it for the world, because obviously, you know, when we come to this planet, we're all on this path for a reason. And I honestly believe that I was on that journey to really help myself to find myself, because I was completely lost in the outside validation and people saying, oh my God, you look beautiful, or oh my God, you look really skinny today. That was like my self-love almost. And so I think as a model, people think, oh, it's really easy for you, you know, you look great, people just want to buy products from you. But this business is not really about the products as such. It's about the development and the person that you need to become in order to be a leader. And I didn't feel that I had that inside myself. I didn't know who I was. I didn't know where I was going. And so the first lesson really is, don't look at people and think they don't need this. Don't look at people and think they're all good, because on the outside, it was all good. You know, I had a penthouse apartment that I bought with my boyfriend at the time. You know, I was flying around the world and I met some amazing people, and I was living this great life, going out clubbing every weekend and just living this very, very kind of empty, soulless life. But you wouldn't have known that from the outside. And so I was 28 years old and I was just thinking, how much longer can I do this for? I just couldn't see a future. I couldn't see a vision for myself. And I was just like, there has to be more. There's got to be more to life than this. And so some people that you're maybe not asking through fear or begging on their hands and knees for an opportunity. And so you just have to ask everyone. And all that you're doing is you're sharing information. You're not doing something to someone. You're doing something for them. And, you know, I think what's happening in network marketing at the moment, I definitely feel this in my team, is people getting so caught up in other people's successes, you know. And so when, you know, Ash, you know, was talking about me and all, I'm smashing it and all that stuff. Yeah, I am smashing it, but also don't compare yourself to me, because I feel like I'm. It's not necessarily that I'm smashing it in any other way than myself, like my development. I am personally smashing my DMO, my development. I am the best consultant on my team. And so don't get caught up in the comparison of, oh, what are the Americans doing? And what are they doing? And what are they doing? Because that's going to take you right off track. And I did that for a while. I was like, why is this not working? Looking at the outside still, because that's what I was used to doing. When really all the answers are inside of you. All of the answers that you need to know to build this business are inside of you. You've got the most incredible mentor. You don't even need an upline. You need a success line. So with all the information out there, sometimes it's so easy to get overwhelmed with like trying to work out what to do. And what you need to do is share this business with passion. You know, when my sponsor first approached me about the business, he didn't know anything really about how to present. You know, he shared his passion, his conviction. And I was like, okay, I'm joining you. So again, don't get too caught up in information. Like, it's really good to have the facts and figures of network marketing in your backpack. So I imagine it like you just started your Arbonne journey up the mountain, and you've got your backpack on and you're climbing up the mountain, and it gets a bit tough. And, you know, if you're picking up these golden nuggets along the way that you can put into your backpack, you can pull them out and use them as you're going along your Arbonne journey. So as consultants or district managers go into area manager, you definitely want to feel more confident in network marketing and why it's better. Like, could you honestly tell me right now why network marketing is better? Can you honestly reel off 5 facts about the profession? Oh, look at my Vegas nails. Woo! Love it. Could you reel off 5 really powerful facts about the profession that make you feel like, yeah? Because you know what? There's bad press, there's people's opinions out there, and that's always going to be the case. But you need to be rock solid that you know exactly where you're going and nothing's going to shake you. Guys, people are looking for this business, but they're not looking for it in an Arbonne-shaped box. I was the pound shop girl. I used to get my products from the pound shop. I used face wipes and Nivea. I went to the market. I got my makeup from the bargain bin. Like, seriously, like, I was not your ideal, like, Arbonne customer. So if you're thinking, oh, they'll never use the products because they don't really, you know, buy that kind of product, how do you know until you educate people? No one out there is as educated as we are. And so when you get out there and you ask questions, and you know, if someone had asked me and told me that I was putting toxins and chemicals on my skin, I would have stopped buying those products years ago. So also know that you have the power and people have the need. And so this is a thing, is you want to get really good at connecting with people. I do not believe in messaging 100 people a day. How the heck can you follow up with 100 people? You know, people don't want to feel like a number. People want to feel like they're special, they're valued. And you can only do that when you spend a little bit of time building a relationship with them and building rapport. And Richard Blissbrook actually did an amazing training on the secret of network marketing. I'll send it to you, Ashley, if I remember, just remind me. And he just talks about what most people don't do is they don't ask even 2 people a day consistently. So 2 people a day consistently is what? 60 people a month. If you did that for 5-10 years, you would smash it. But what most people do is they message 20 people one day, then not the other day, and then 10 people the next day, not the other day. You know, if I'd say 2 was like a walking pace. You know, whatever your system is, like, follow your amazing leader because she'll tell you exactly what to do. But I personally think, you know, 2, 3, 4, 5 messages a day, but anything like 20, 40, 60 in a blitz environment, you know, over 2 or 3 days is great. You know, we do a 40 and 48 hour, which is like a blitz, and we're going to do that as well with my team Monday, Tuesday. 40 messages in 40 hours. That's great because it's a condensed amount of time. But you also want to think about the consistency, and that's a really big thing. Is it's not about being constant, it's consistent. And again, there's this 90-day lag time in whatever you do. So with new consultants, I always know that they're not getting the results straight away. And so I have to really empower them and inspire them to keep going because their 90-day compound hasn't kicked in yet. And as soon as the 90-day comes, it's funny because all these people start messaging them. And you've got to believe in the activity karma. Like, I can literally be messaging 5-10 people a day if I'm blitzing it and I'm really going for it. And none of those people get back to me. But then other people get back to me because the universe is like, oh, she's in activity, she's on it. And so just know that your hard work will pay off. And if you think, oh God, they're not getting back to me, they've read my message and they've not got back to me, like, oh, I'm not going to message them again. Message people until you get a restraining order. Message them until you get blocked. That is my motto, because if people knew what this was, they'd be doing it, quite frankly. And so how do you get people to say yes? I'm sure you all want to know what the secret is. How do you get people to say yes, right? You make it about them. So I'm really good at making this business feel as if it fits that person I'm speaking to. How do I do that? I ask questions. I build rapport. I build relationships. You know, I'm really invested in someone. I add value with people. I want to make people feel like I really care and that I'm there for them. You know, I can't do that if I'm messaging 50 people a day because I'll forget them. And so also make sure you've got your list, guys. If you're wanting to be an area manager, you've got to become a business person. You're going to have an asset income. You know, if you're turning over a minimum of $10,000 a month, that's $120,000 a year as a business you're turning over. You want to get really good at having your list. And top tip as well, when you're creating your list, I've got an Excel spreadsheet. And I've also got a column with the location of where someone's from. So they might be in Australia, the UK, whatever, and then it might be in Melbourne, Liverpool, Manchester. So when it comes to being a meeting in Manchester, I can literally filter and go, oh, who do I know in Manchester? And all the people come up and I'm like, oh my God, I forgot about them. So don't make this any more harder for yourself. Sometimes you might think, oh, but it takes a bit of time doing that. If you had a boss and Ashley was like, okay, I need to know your numbers, I need to know who you're speaking to, you'd need to tell your boss to get paid. And so when you start treating this like a business, it will show up for you like a business. If you've just got a little notepad, that's great with names in, but how's that going to be? Create a system now, because you want to have your names, I believe, on an electronic system, so that when you do attract more people, you've got a database of thousands of people that you don't need to worry about. Because if you're worried about remembering people and you're like, oh my God, who was that I spoke to the other day? That's taking time up and energy in your head when you need your energy to be speaking to people and sharing this with passion. So how you make this about them is you ask them questions. Because like I said, no one's looking for Arbonne per se, but everyone's looking for what Arbonne gives. Freedom, fulfillment, choice, time, fun, community, the ability to give back, the ability to leave a legacy. I mean, hello. Could you honestly stand in front of a room of 500 people, lawyers earning 6-7 figures a year, and say why network marketing is better? I can. And I know Ashley can. So just use those facts and figures from network marketing. And if you don't feel like you know them, like go and find them. Like Business of the 21st Century, the cash flow quadrant is a great one. Obviously Eric Worre. And there's many more, because when people throw all these things, oh, I've read this thing on the internet and I've done this on the internet, you can say, do you know what? I completely resonate with how you must feel like, you know, you don't want to do this because you've heard that person's opinion, that person's opinion. If I was to share with you some actual facts of information of why Richard Branson thinks network marketing is the future, or why Tony Robbins is a huge advocate of the profession, would that be something you'd be interested in? Tony Robbins and Richard Branson over Cheryl down the road who washes her hair in the sink with a £5 hair dye? I think so. So stand in your power. This is your time now to stand in your power as area managers, to be, not for long. You're going to be walking the stage at AAC just being like, oh my God, I made it, girlfriend. Oh my God. You're going to be earning like between £800 and £3,000. You're going to have an asset-based income. You are one step away from the Mercedes and halfway to nation, which is incredible. So just think about, what's this going to mean to me when I am an area manager? Because your vision and your mission and your why has to be bigger than any excuses. Are you waiting for Vegas to give you energy, or are you creating the energy now so that when Vegas comes, you're in massive momentum? Guys, consistency is everything in this business. And the key to really keeping your mindset in the right place is to shift what you associate success to be. Success to me isn't signing a consultant. It isn't signing a preferred client. Those things are a result of the success. Success to me is showing up every day and touching your business every day. If you've got a mindset of, oh, it's the weekend, oh, it's bank holiday, I'm going to be honest, you're never going to really build a humongous business. That's an employee mindset. Employees live for the weekend. They turn off and watch TV of an evening. They go on holiday. I mean, I'm not saying don't go on holiday and completely switch off. Like, if you want to do that with your family, that's absolutely fine. But what I'm saying is, if you touch your business a little bit every day, you'll never have to need a holiday ever again in your life. And so just know that this time in Arbonne right now will never happen again. And I'm so freaking excited because our new CEO, Jean-David, and the Group Rocher company, I've never seen the MVPs more excited. Now, as of today, $200 million a day is paid out in commissions in network marketing. In 10 years' time, Eric Worre said that $100 billion a day will be paid out in commissions. 10 years. You can decide to go slow and make it convenient and have weekends off and have evenings off and go on 5 holidays a year and spend time with the kids. Or you can smash it for the next 2, 3 years, 4, 5 years. Build that infrastructure underneath your business now so that it will boom. And this year is going to be a banner year. So you want to be sponsoring like a machine. You are going to be the difference between where you are and where you want to be. Stop looking at your team to help you get to the next level. The team that got you to district will not get you to area, and the team that got you to area will not get you to region. And actually, if I look in my business right now, I don't want to say this to scare you, I'm just being completely real, is that the more that you grow, the more higher caliber of people you will sponsor. And so I personally had to do a lot of growing. Guys, I had to do a lot of growing. I was Kim the party girl. and I used to even flick through magazines, couldn't be bothered to read them. And so personal development was a completely different thing for me, but it's changed my life. I am a different person. And so who are you becoming? Are you really taking personal development seriously? Or is it something that you kind of do if and when you've got time? You have to make it a priority. You have to schedule it in your day, because if you don't grow, your business will not grow. And the people that you attract won't grow either. So your team will always do what you do. And there's this funny thing where the universe knows that if you're not reading, your team knows you're not reading. And I can tell when people don't read because they don't handle objections as well. They don't bounce back as quick. They go quiet. And I'm just like, you're not reading. You're not doing the mindset stuff. And I can't physically make people do it. All I can do is say, this is what's really made my business how it is today, because I've changed. And so a lot of people have come and gone in my business. I have my friend Hannah, who is still here from when I went region. And so I say that because my energy from the beginning is completely different. And so the people are completely different. And so you want to have the mindset of, I'm always building and I'm not stopping till I get to Full Wide Nation. Doesn't matter what happens. You are the one that's going to be here 5 years from now, you know, for you and your family. You know, you're not building this business for anyone else. So let go of the attachment to whether people stay or they go. It's not down to you. You are the one that's solid. You're the one that is going to build this business to the top of the company. So in order to really get to area manager in these next few months, which I'm sure you all want to do, you've got to have a no matter what, whatever it takes, do or die mindset. You've got to show up. Have you got your ticket for Vegas? If you can't come in person, have you got your virtual ticket? If you're saying that you want to be an area manager, but you're not doing the things that are going to help to get you there, then it's not going to happen. You can't get to area manager unless you are developing and investing in yourself. And if I said to you, if you were getting paid £20,000 a month from Arbonne, would you speak differently? Would you have more conviction? Would you do anything differently? Would you go to Vegas? And this is the thing. You have to act as if now. You have to think, right, who am I becoming? And I honestly feel like I'm already a nation. And I was so attached to the title for so long. And I think subconsciously I was wanting the title again for me to feel successful. And I've let go of it because, listen, the universe has got its plan. I will become a nation and we'll become a nation when we're ready. And so will you guys. So when I let go of the attachment and I had fun, I started having a lot more fun. I've started raising my vibration rather than being like, argh. So you want to have that no matter what mindset for area, but also focus on the becoming, because the success is showing up every day. So when nation does come and the title comes, I'll be like, oh, okay, nothing's really changed, because I feel like I am a nation. I'm doing everything that I know I can do. And so I really believe that as an area manager, you want to be really getting good at the presentation and not necessarily sharing the information, but the passion and the vision. So if you haven't already done your Discover Arbonne, recorded your Discover Arbonne, then that's exactly what you want to do, because, you know, you can't stand up in the front of a room and present to people if you've not learned the presentation, right? So you want to get really, really good at that. And so no matter what really is that these next 3 months are going to be massive, and you need to promote by the 1st of August to be an area manager for AAC. And so what are you willing to give up to show up? What are you willing to make a short-term sacrifice for? Because the summer's coming, the summer holidays, like, oh yeah, I'm just going to, take it easy. Summer bodies are made in the winter, and walking the stage at AAC is made right now. So with your month, you want to think, right, the 16th of the month, I want to, whatever I do will triple. When I say that, it's not going to just triple. Like, Arbonne will go, oh, I was going to triple it. But if you stay in activity and you're consistent, your business will more than likely triple. And then wherever you are by the morning of the 24th, it will more or less double. So have a little game with yourself and just think, sorry, how can I get 3,500 QVs onto my belt by the morning of the 16th? Like, do you know that deadline when you're ending the month and you're like, oh my God, I need to do this. have that sense of urgency, have a fake month end by the 15th. So you wake up on the morning of the 16th and you've got at least 3,500 QVs in your bank. Whatever you need to do that, do it. Because what happens is we have 30 days and we're like, oh, I've got 30 days. I'm just going to take my time. And then it's like, oh my God, it's like the 28th and I have not done anything. So imagine if you didn't show up to work for 30 days, you wouldn't get paid, right? This is your business, your freedom, your legacy. Hello, it's worth it. And this is why we say in network marketing, you go through 3 stages. The first stage is, oh God, I don't know if it's worth it, you know. I'm digging, I'm getting covered in dirt. I'm like, oh God, like, oh, I'm not good. Is this ever going to work? And then you get to the point where you're like, oh, I can start to see. It's like, I think that's an area manager level. It's like, oh, I can start to see now. I'm getting a bit of income coming in. And then it's like, ooh, I'm not worth this much. I can't wait for that. I won't say that. I'm worth every single penny. So how big is your vision? You know, are you sharing your vision with passion and conviction? And how big is it? Like, I want to make £1 million a year residual income from Arbonne. You know, and I won't stop there. You know, my next goal is obviously National Vice President. Then I want to help lots of other people get there. And so focus on who are you helping. Yes, you want to walk the stage area manager, but who are you going to bring with you? You've got 3 months. You can still sponsor someone today who goes area manager in 3 months. Who are you bringing with you to walk the stage? And also another top tip is work from the bottom of your team up. So, you know, it's very unlikely that, you know, you're going to sponsor all of your best friends and they're all going to be direct national vice presidents, right? Unlike Sarah Dunning, who's about to become 6 and 7 wide, which is amazing. So you want to be digging for diamonds. Make sure that you're connecting and building a relationship with people down into your team, because those people could be the real MVPs in your business. So that's also going to motivate and inspire the people that are above them to do that as well. So strategy for you guys to get to area manager is just stand in your power. Get the facts and figures. Like, research network marketing. Be dominant. Be omnipresent. Be a network marketing professional. We have something incredible in our hands. And guys, I go to so many events where I hear from so many inspirational speakers, and I'm just like one of my friends is a coach and another one's got her own makeup business, and I'm just like, but it's not residual. It's not residual. Someone could come to me and say, oh, I earn 500,000 a year. How much time are you trading for that? How many hours are you slaving away? Like, not trading your time, but trading your soul to make an income. Yes, people can do what they love, but this can be the vehicle to help them to create the time and the money and, you know, the space for them to attract what they want into their life. And so really stand in your power. This is your time. And actually, whenever you're going for a level, think the next level up. So again, if you're just thinking about area manager, you're thinking about you. You want to think now, how can I help 4 other people become area managers? And then you're a regional vice president. And as soon as you can start thinking about nation and feeling nation and sitting with that nation, you'll never get stuck like I did. I mean, I'm not a tree. I'm not stuck, but my mindset was definitely not worthy of being a national vice president. And so this is the best thing about this business, and you hear it all the time. It's the person that you become. So if you say you want to have that 12, 13, 14,000 pound paycheck, but you're not doing the development, the being consistent, if you're not building relationships, if you're not asking questions, if you're not really interested in other people, then you're never going to get there. And so just be really interested. Find creative ways of connecting with people, being interested in them, asking them questions. And then Arbonne seems like the right fit for them. And that's how you get them to say yes, is you paint the vision for them by asking them questions. If you're just speaking to people and then you're just telling them about Arbonne without asking questions, it's like, what? Well, I've never heard of this. What is it? So I'm really good at building rapport, connecting with people and asking them all about themselves, because then if it's like a stay-at-home mum, I would tailor a presentation to, oh, actually, my friend Ashley, she's got, I think 4 children now, and she's smashing it. She's able to stay at home with her kiddies. She used to be a pharmaceutical rep, and now she is like, an incredible income between like £3,500 and £8,000 a month as a regional vice president. So you can really tailor it to them. If it's a corporate person, you talk more about residual and asset income and getting out the rat race, getting out the 9 to 5, you know. And so you can only know that information when you're really caring and asking them questions. So yeah, I hope you found that useful. You guys could do this. I know there's going to be like loads of you walking the stage, AAC. Oh my gosh, it's the best feeling ever. Great for social media, guys. So good. I had so many people join my business from me walking the stage in Vegas. Those people that you're asking are waiting for you to show up and walk the stage, because they need you to be the evidence so that they're brave enough to really take the leap and go for it.
Yes, that is so true. Woo! Kim is amazing, isn't she? I love that so much. It's so true. The people who say no to you are sitting in the front row of your show. They are watching everything.
Oh, I love that. Front row of the show. Like a fashion show.
Yeah, they totally are. And the thing is, I'm totally on that level with Kim. Every time I've gone to AAC or Vegas, people have joined my team. Like contacted me to join my team. So people are watching all the time. It's like putting on a good show, isn't it? Like, and I'm not saying that means not being authentic, but what it means is stepping into your power, showing everyone what you are made of, showing up for yourself, being that person of your word, not that person who gets excited because they're at an Arbonne conference and then no one ever hears anything about Arbonne ever again, tumbleweed. It has to be, this business is creating a life for me that even if I'm not at the top of the company yet, I know where I'm going, I've got the vision, so I'm excited for life. Like, you don't need to be a national vice president earning 12, 13, 14 grand a month to show people that you know you're on that pathway. So it's like, it's the energy. So I love that. And Kim, you and I are similar in that. So I've been at RVP for 3 years and I get pissed off and I'm like, come on, nation, just come to me. And the thing is that I honestly believe that when you let go and you just focus on the personal development, like I honestly believe in this business, you will only grow to the level that you're personally developed to. And so you go to area manager or region or nation so if you feel stuck, if anyone's been at the same level for a long time, it comes down to personal development. If you're doing personal development every day, you'll never not know what to say. You'll never feel stuck. No one ever quit their business on a day that they listened to their personal development audio or did their reading. Never.
Yeah.
So I think that's what it's all about. And the other thing that came into my head is that I definitely something that really resonated with me last year at VP Retreat, Kim, I don't know if you felt the same, was that when Ian Pritchard was talking about that so many of us focus on the white Mercedes, like, and we see this as the ultimate goal. And I think that was such a big goal for me. And I got there in 2 years and I was like, whoa, like, and you do get so much recognition in Arbonne and all of a sudden everyone wants to know what you're doing and you're a bit of a hero, and that's lovely. Like, where else do you get that? Because certainly not in corporate, so I'm not for 1 second not grateful for that. It's absolutely amazing. But the thing is that you focus so much on that goal that then you've not visualised beyond that. So I would say every single person needs to focus on nation. You need to focus on being a 4-wide executive national vice president, an area manager and regional vice president are lovely milestones and stepping stones on the route to that goal. But guys, you have to imagine that ultimate final goal, because that's the place where you have freedom. You don't have freedom as a regional vice president. It's a lovely income. It's an extra income for a lot of people, or it's enough to replace a corporate salary, but it's not enough to give you time and financial freedom. It's not wealth. So you have to focus on the wealth goal, in my opinion. You have to focus on getting there, because then you will never get stuck, because you'll always be moving towards that ultimate goal. So many of those things, I would say, even as I would say to brand new consultants, you know, you need to think about where this is going to take you ultimately, not just, I can't wait to get the car because I got a car presentation, which is amazing. The car presentation is like the best thing ever. It's better than a wedding, like, honestly, because it's just all you. You don't need to share it with anyone else. It's like, this is the part of your team. But this is like the best day ever. But then, you know, there is another goal. There is another step. So you need to have that in your mind. So I have literally written down pages of notes here. I'm so excited. Thank you so much. I think I know that, Richard. Westbrook training that you're talking about is really, really good. It's got so many light bulb moments in it. So I'll share that with you guys. And then I just wanted to check with you. You were saying about Eric Worre's projection of in 10 years' time, 100 billion per day in commission. What did you say the figure was now?
200 million.
200 mil. Oh my God. That's insane.
Yeah,
isn't it?
get building now.
That's such a good statistic to add to the collection. So that, Kim, honestly, I cannot thank you enough for coming on here at Sunday morning. You going to Vegas today?
Yeah, literally half an hour.
Oh my God, right, okay. I'm going on Tuesday, so I will see you there by the 12th. Can't wait.
Bye, everyone.
Thank you so much. Have a brilliant time, honey. I'll see you soon. Thank you.
See you soon. Bye.
Thanks. Bye. Bye. Bye.